Back with another 2 minute meditation. This is more in the spiritual realm, less out of the physical realm. I've been making a lot of videos on forms of physical meditation and being in the moment, being practical, but there is a spiritual side that is behind all of this. It's kind of the point. And there are a lot of misconceptions or beliefs about spirituality and religion in this day and age. But that's another talk for another day that we're just not going to get into right now. But with that being said, I do want to talk about heaven and earth. And this video might run over, but I'm okay with it. If you look in different religions, it doesn't matter which one, they talk about heaven and earth and some sort of God or God force that is behind all of it. And you always hear a reference of a father and a mother, and that the two are one. That's expressed so many different ways in so many religions. But with that being said, regardless of what creator you worship or what deity you worship or what form of worship you still have an aspect of a heavenly sense and an earthly sense. Even in any sort of study, whether it's scientific, there is still a presence of some form of positive and negative, or motherly and fatherly, maternal and paternal entity that has some sort of force at play in nature. And all of this being said, we have the earth, the physical, the very present, things you can touch, see, smell, and hear. Yet these things cannot be simply explained. And this is where the heavenly presence comes in. It's the reason beyond the reason. It's the reason for the why. This physical life and this experience that we have is more or less a expression of the spiritual. But it's not just the spiritual, because the heaven and earth go hand in hand. So this experience we have here on the planet that is in space is all part of one bigger experience. We experience time relative to our solar system, and then there are forms of astral time and light speed and all of these variables, I guess you could say. These rules or laws that make things the way they are. They go hand in hand. You can't have a solution to the equation without the equation. You can't have a problem to a question without the question. So all of these things that we experience in life, it's a result of the heavenly. And it's because of this experience that the heavenly presence has such an important role. They're both self-fulfilling, but they're relative. They both take place as part of creation. The two are made one. And so you can go beyond that to, if you broke it down in entities, you could have Gaia, which would be an earthly presence, the life force that's here. And then you have, you could say Chi, which is personal energy that we experience subjectively. And then you have the entire objective reality of everything, which would be the heavenly presence. And this could be considered so many different forms. This is the greater Chi behind it all. All of this, if you put all of it into one, would all be what would be a reflection of the God or the Father, the thing that is inside all of things that they can't get to with science, because the smaller they get, the smaller it gets. And it's infinitely smaller to where they figure out that it's exactly the same size of everything as a whole. Now, how does that make sense? How do we have matter, black matter, antimatter, black matter, dark matter, black holes, supernovas, time, all of these things are expressions, and they go hand in hand. So even like this video, I have an intention, I have a feeling, I have a purpose, and it comes out. And at the same time, it's this video that gives all of this its place. These collections of thoughts give this video a purpose. And the purpose of this video puts it all together and makes it worth it. So it's really just realizing everything goes hand in hand. The heaven and the earth, they were created as one. They were created equal. All things that exist in this realm exist together. Space is a thing that holds all physical objects, both apart and together. It's the field in which they exist, and a lot of times we forget that heaven could be right here upon us. And even in the Bible it says they were created upon the face of the void, and you can discover this in many forms of meditative practices and different types of spiritual books, the Kabbalah, pretty much anything that has any sort of spiritual aspect will verify this. And I think maybe I'm beating a dead horse. Maybe I don't even need to tell you this anymore, but something we know. We can feel it. We have fear for it, and because of it, we get our intuition from it. In the Tao Te Ching, it was the Tao. The Tao that can be named is not the eternal name. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these videos and me sharing. And feel free to message me, hit me up, let me know what you think. Comment, share, subscribe. Holla. Peace.